So today's Sunday, May 12th. Just doing a walk-in from the corner where we take all the pictures from. See a couple on the roof arc welding. This fellow was down here painting the metal for the roof so it doesn't rust anymore. She's up there finishing off the low wall before the windows, and there's the planter box. So I'll stand back here and I'll superimpose the new picture. So this is what we're looking at now. Oh, we're too close. Okay. Anyways, and this is how it's going to look in the future. Ta-da! So I can't point out things, but the driveway obviously on the right. You see the ramp next to the front patio, sort of mid-house. And, okay, back. All right, here we are now. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'll play around in post-production. I am using the new Rhodes mic again. It's the Shotgun Mini L with the lightning connection for the iPhone. Still have a few more of the metal casings there. So still have to do this side up here above the garage. So as I've probably mentioned before, so the bricks themselves, they're not, they don't appear to be like a structural thing. They're more of just filling the holes, the giant holes built by the structure, which are the white posts, 23 posts that I mentioned, almost 6 feet down and all that. And that's why when the bricks have definite crack lines in them, like you can see where they're all lined up, or if they're like at the top row there where they're just put on angles, that's okay, because they're just filling the holes. And then what they're going to do is they're going to put the mud over, cement, I call it mud, it's whatever people call it, put a coating of cement over it, maybe about an inch thick. So that's why they've cut all the electrical into the walls, into the bricks. They've used the grinders and things. That was on previous video. They did a double grinding, two cuts, and they used a jackhammer and knocked it all out, put them in. And yeah, so the yellow conduits for electrical. This fella's just sweeping the rest off. They're making buckets of cement here. This is what Grandma was doing. She's just taking it over here for now. They're swinging it up on the rope. Oh, and there we go. Morning. Sawadee krap. Morning noon. Pinun. So they take the single channels. I'll show you briefly. He's welding right now, so I'm not going to look. But then they weld them together to make solid beams out of it. These are still here, though, eh? Interesting. And the pipe, it's been put back together again. But then they piled all the shit on top of it, their refuge on top of it, I mean. And then that's not really a plug, but whatever. Whatever. It's all good. A little bit wide here. It's all right. A little bit off their marks. Then they do something like they thought there was a window there, and then there's not. So that's why you see those distinct, right here, those distinct lines. Because, yeah, they thought it was. And up here you see where the bricks are kind of like just laid in, but they don't have any cement in them yet. That's because, well, I don't know. That's because I don't know why, man. So this one here is actually the drain for the washing machine. And it's in the wall because when it's finished, there's going to be like a recessed cup, and you just stick the drain hose into it. So at home, when you have the 2x4s and 2x6 walls and things, it's the same sort of thing where you've got your taps are recessed into the wall for the washing machine, so anyways, that's the way they do it here. Is they just build the bricks around it. And then this is the drain for the sink, and water for the washing machine, drain for the water for the sink, and that's the floor drain in case this area floods. And then the plug-in for the washing machine. These might be switches here on this side. There will be eventually doors across here. This post will get built out a little bit more. So across here, like sliding doors. So on this side is going to be all pantry and everything. And then there'll be like one of those stainless steel sinks. Maybe like a little folding thing. And then the washing machine here. Maybe like more cupboards up above or drying racks. Things like that. This is how the roof is in this area right now. I think these little crossers is so that they can climb up them. It's like they've made their own ladders on them because they still have to get up to the very top where they put the peak on and the more trusses. So this is the jungle that they're building up here right now. See some legs. So this is above, this is going to be the kitchen area again with the squared off view. This is going to be a low counter like the regular counter, as well as a high elevated bar counter with stools coming in this side. This is going to look down in towards a sort of dining room area, a living room area, windows, and I've mentioned a million times, windows up above. There's going to be a low wall here, or maybe like cloudy glass, translucent, and then clear glass above, and I believe those open as well because there's windows outside which will bring the air in. And so for now we're not planning on going with air conditioning in the central area. Apparently that's the way it is the heat goes up and it gets pushed around and pushed out by these openings up here. But we could pull the trigger on that any day and put air conditioning in. There's air conditioning in both the rooms, of course. And yeah, but you know, there's always a breeze here, so you really don't need too much air conditioning, I find. I don't have it on all day where I am, so. And I'm okay with just a fan at nighttime. Because the screens on the windows we're at, I don't know if they keep the bugs out or if the bugs have access to the keys or something, but they always seem to come in if we leave the window open with the screen closed. But that's just more trivial nonsense. Just don't want to get dropped on from these guys up here. You don't need any arc coming down, arc sparks. So are these open? And this is the bathroom, the main bathroom. So there'll be a shower in the corner and a floor drain in the corner. Some taps, toilet. That's the sink again, where I mentioned it's in the wall, so it's also going to access to the kitchen side. Although that's probably the one for the kitchen side, that's the one for this side. I don't see any cut in the wall yet for the switches for the bathroom, but they'll put them in somewhere. But it'd be similar to that. That's I'm hoping that's a plug-in on the other side, or maybe even a plug-in on this side, because that's where the counter is. The bedroom here. Giant windows. So I think the king-size bed fits between these and comes out this way. Enough room for some nightstands, maybe a dresser or a desk. And then one of those built-in sort of, or standalone, sorry, not built-in, but a separate, oops, over here, separate sort of stand-in, built-in closet. I don't know, not part of the house, just like a cabinet. Credenza? I don't know, curious. This is into the old master room here. So yeah, I was confused before. This is where the two sinks go, here. And then the bathtub is here, shower is here. Over on this side, at the end is the toilet, and the urinal. This door is going to be a sliding door. Whoops, can't see me. On the bathroom here, it's going to be a sliding door. This is going to be all wraparound closet in here, shelves and things where accessible. And then over here, I mentioned this before, they had the first angle was like this. And they were filling it with bricks. This is the stairs on the other side. So they had filled this in with bricks. I said, no, if anything, square it off so it lines up with the window. But then they didn't want to take that out. That's not actually the stairs, but that's the same angle as the stairs. They did. So they did this. So that's good too. It's fine. So this is sort of like bonus space over here. This is where they store their tools and stuff at nighttime right now. But it's all the space under the stairs. Originally, when they were building the stairs and the walls, they read the plans incorrectly, and they had the opening coming from the living room in. And that's sort of like the only main wall in the living room. So we're like, no, it has to be from this side. So this could be, again, like a little corner desk or like a wraparound unit or anything. I mean, we don't have much stuff here. There's not much stuff to store. This is the upper deck here. These will be the windows. And then the patio outside. There's scheduled for a couple of like ceiling fans outside. These will just be posts themselves to be all like decorated. You probably saw in the earlier picture that I posted, but there's really not too much here. I don't believe we're going to put railings or anything like that. The picture, the plans don't show it. So just lots of big windows. Air conditioning will be in this room. Yeah, air conditioning is in the other room. This little wall here was an addition to the plan because, as I mentioned earlier, the stairs had come out too far. They should have stopped here at the 4 meter mark, stair number 1. but they actually made the second floor 40 centimeters too high. Or I mean, they customized it 40 centimeters. I guess that's what it is. It's a custom build now. So they needed an extra couple of stairs. But it's all rebarred and everything. No, here comes the bucket. And then, so this is the bucket brigade. But this is going to end up being a window, but it's not going to be anywhere near that big. It's going to be much smaller than that. And then the trusses are all coming up. I know I'm shooting this as one giant video, but go back up the stairs here. Not a whole lot visually really has changed from yesterday. There's just more bricks, more walls, more bricks. Nothing visually that I can pick up on. Upper deck and the planter. The beams are filling in. Looking good. And then this side here, these two gable windows. I still believe this is just while they were building it, sort of keep everything in line. But these will be cut and boxed, and because there are two windows here which open. Oh, we're so zoomed in. Up comes the bucket of concrete. Oh, almost. Yeah, so these are more the double wall. So they put the outer wall down first, of course, for access, and then they do the inside. And yeah. But everybody waits for the one guy to weld up a beam. Yesterday there's nobody here. And then the guy doesn't weld the beam until this guy tells him that he needs one, and then he goes and welds it. I guess maybe they have to change the sizing or something. I don't know. This lady's not the expert in bricklaying. There's another lady that's really good. Not only efficient, but really good. I'm not looking, but don't look directly at the spark. And they still use this fish line here for the trueness. See it? When in doubt, just hide it in the wall.
Hey YouTube, it's Polar Attack. My vlog will feature travel and adventure touring. Come along for the ride. What's stopping you? Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey YouTube, it's Polar Attack. My vlog will feature travel and adventure touring. Come along for the ride. What's stopping you?